Mko happy? You guys, kujeni tutete Hakimi. Oh my gosh. I'm waiting on you guys. I'm waiting. It's late. It's time to go to sleep. Who's here? Who's here? Abuji Semeni, the ones who have come to listen to this Moshene. Yani, we've invested in a story. We have really invested in a story. You would think we're getting paid. Social media. The power of social media. Why, you guys? Who joined? This is like my first time doing a live on Facebook. Oh my God. Who joined? Ebu, let me see who's that. I think I have one person watching. I'm waiting for everybody else. Ebu, call them. Tell them, come. We're on live. Live. Where you guys? Yeah, I'm waiting. Okay, I've turned my phone. Okay. Guys, I'm waiting. Now, guys, it's late here, so I'm not gonna wait for you guys to watch. You probably watch it later. But now, let's talk about the story of Achraf Hakimi. We already know he's a soccer player. Big. So you already know who he is, so I'm not going to even introduce who the guy is. Now, we already know what's going on. We know that Hakimi is going through a divorce, or so the divorce happened last month, okay? They filed the divorce last month. But we already know why I'm here. There's this whole thing of Hakimi being that the wife, also the ex-to-be, wants 50-50. Now, before I go far, let's make these things right. This is my own opinion, my own view. You don't have to agree with me, and you don't have to take it, okay? You're more than welcome to disagree to what I'm about to say. But we have really invested in a story that we don't even know if it's true or it's not true. And we don't have a lot of details to this story, but we've really invested much on this divorce thing, also the money, okay? Now, hey, we should start getting paid for this story. Social media, the power of social media it's really powerful, by the way. This is like the first time I'm live. Now, guys, I've said this is my own view, my own opinion. I don't know much about the story, but I'm just here to say a few points. Just my own opinion. Take it or just leave it. You don't have to agree. You're more than welcome to say what you feel and how you feel about it. But let's say this Achraf Hakimi, people are calling him all the kind of names because of the divorce. Now, we're calling somebody's son, somebody's husband, somebody's father, all kind of insults without having our facts. We don't know much behind this story. We were never there. So we're just playing judges that were never there. We don't know the story. We don't know really we don't know what triggered their divorce. Now, the much that we know that's on the news, it's the allegation of the rape. But that one is under investigation. It doesn't say he did it or he did not do it. It's under investigation, so that's something I'm not going to touch on because that's on the big guys. That's on the law, okay? So that's not my part to touch. But that's what we know so far. But there's this part that the wife wants 50-50, half of Hakimi's stuff, I guess, all right? Now, first, let's get our facts right. When you go for a divorce, of course, that's how the law sometimes does it. If you guys have not agreed among yourselves, then the law does the 50-50. But in this case, I want to tetea Hakimi kwa nini he's a mama's boy. Because people are calling Hakimi mama's boy, but we're forgetting they got married 2020. And right now, Hakimi is only 24. He's only 24. The wife right now, I believe, maybe 36, if I'm not wrong, 36, 37. I'm not sure, but she's way older than him. Now, is it necessary to call this man all the names? Like, I've seen this man being called a rapist. I've seen him being called sijui Adotara, sijui has been called who. Yani this guy has been called all the names over a story we people of social media don't know about, don't know anything about. Hakimi has not come to say anything about the story. The wife has not come out to say anything about the story. We're just judging it because the wife has said she wants half-half. Now, before I go to Tetea Hakimi on Mama's Boy, let's turn the tables around. If this story was, if Hakimi was the woman and the woman was Hakimi, meaning if Hakimi was the 136 or 30s and the girl was 19, do you know what would happen? Ladies, let's be honest. Men, let's be honest. Would be calling him all kind of names. So right now, I will say one thing, and I think I said it earlier on my status. I don't see any Mama's Boy. We're forgetting this man is a husband, a father, and a son. So there are two emotions here. There's a wife and there's a mother. Let me tell you guys something. Hakimi started playing soccer 2006. He was 8 years old. Hakimi is just a kid. He's only 24. That's a kid. Hakimi started playing soccer at 8 years old. So, who do you think he signed off on the papers? Who do you think signed his papers at that time? The mom. The mom signed all the documents because he's a kid. Now, Hakimi won. Once I have notes on this one. The way I've invested, let me tell you. So in 2016 is when Hakimi really played for the Real Madrid. That's when he won the championship. 2016, Hakimi was only 18. 2016 is just not too long ago. He was just 18 years old. What does an 18-year-old know? Do you know 18-year-old you're clearing your high school? That's unitoka prima. And now people want to go online and yell and call him a mama's boy because he's put everything under the mom's name. He was only 18 when he made his big money. What did you guys want him to do with the money? Did you want him to, watu angesemanga prenup? No. When Hakimi won 2016, he was not married. Hakimi got married 2020. Okay, that's when they married with a wife. So, who else did you want Hakimi to sign the money to himself? When you're 18 and you earn big money, we all know what you can do with the money. Even I personally, if I was 18 and I am earning that much money, there's a very high chance I would blow that money doing nothing. Shopping, makeup, kukula out, kununua vitu. That's how you invest your money when you're 18-year-old. You're not thinking about the future. You're not thinking about savings. You're thinking of how to blow the money. But whoever advised Hakimi very well. Hakimi was 18 when he made the big check. And the person who has been behind Hakimi's success is the mother. Musisahau, the ones who are calling this guy a mama's boy. Musisahau, you know how they say behind a successful man there's a woman? There are two things. It could be your wife, it could be your mother. In Hakimi's life, when we look at when he started soccer to when he earned his big money, was the mom. If you start soccer at 8 years old today, and I'm speaking now as a mother, no emotions, nothing. When you start to play soccer at 8 years old, you're really getting guidance. You're just a kid. So you do what you're being told to do. By the time you're unakuja ku clear high school at 18, you still don't know much. You still don't know much about the future. You don't know much about finances. You've never really handled money. You don't know how the world is out there. Because before you're 18, you've just been held by your parents. They have been holding you down. Unajua? So I don't understand why we're calling this guy a mama's boy. And let's remember, today he's not a mama's boy. He's 24 right now. But let me ask you. Because this lady was in her 30s when she got married in 2020. That's when they got married in 2020. Because this girl or this wife was in her 30s then. You want to tell me she did not ask? She didn't ask these things. You know, when you're 30, for a woman, psychologically, add 5 years on top. So you're 35, mentally. If you're a man and you're 30, minus 5, you're 25, mentally. See mimi nimesema, that's just a research. All right. So this woman going to get married to a 20. If they married 2020, then Hakim was 22 years old. Okay. If he was 22 years old, what does a 22-year-old know about marriage? What does a 22-year-old know about marriage, honestly? Sawa. He got married. Now, before you get married, since the girl was older, did she not ask how we handle finances? And by the way, correction to men. You guys, I've also seen you call the woman a gold digger, or she wanted his money. Okay, I can see why. I can see why you want to do that. But all I'm here for is, let's not call names. Please, let's not call names. Oh, please don't come around here. Oh, you guys cannot see me well? Sorry, but I'm not reading. Is that good, Emily? Okay, hold on. Okay, same on camera. Ebungo Jenny, poleni. I told you today is my first time to be live. Goja. Can you now see? Is the camera good now? Okay, hold on. Ngojeni tu hivyo. Wacha tuiset mpaka tuiset tutetee huyu Hakimi. Ngojeni tu hivyo. Let me set it. Alafu you guys tell me if it's good, eh? Bear with me hivyo. Okay, ngojeni, let me make it tight isisonge when I'm talking. And to invest his story, Hakimi amewakuja hapa tulipe. You've really invested in this story. Ngojeni kidogo, by the way, my phone is like moving. Ngojeni tu, I don't know why it's not. Kanina ikui tight. Okay, I guess I have to like hold on to it. Hold on, Nibo too. You guys hold on like that. Let's see. Okay. Okay, umesema sasa iko poa? Hold on, I don't want to hold on to it. My cutting is super loose. Niliacha kufanyanga YouTube for a minute mpaka nikasahau how you set the camera. Okay, ngojeni tu hivyo 1 minute. Msiende mahali, kaeni tu hapo. Lazima tuongelee hii story tumalizane na tuanze wiki. We start a fresh week. Okay, kikata, I'm gonna have to hold it. Okay. Alright. I know I'm moving a lot. Just bear with me. My cutting is super loose. Gojeni tu hivyo. I guess I'm gonna have to rotate it that way. Alright, I think perfect. Okay, got it. Alright. Any kitu ndakuni let down the first day I'm doing a live on Facebook. Okay, fine. I'm good. Alright. Turudie sasa history ya Hakimi. Women, anawake. Me being one. What we bitter? Why are we bitter about this story? Are we bitter because the wife is not gonna get 50-50? Yeah, but why are we bitter? Honestly, let's ask. They got married 2020. Why does she need 50-50? Why does she need half? From where? For what? For what? They've only been married for what? If they got married 2020, we're in 2023. So 2 years very much. Really? She's a millionaire. Okay? She's a millionaire. So why does she need extra money? But what is really hurting me on this one? Normally, I'm not getting emotional on this, eh? But one thing that has gotten me emotional is to read from other fellow women. Calling this young man, just a 24-year-old, that's a baby. That's a baby. Mtoto. Calling this man all these kind of names. Let's put our emotions into this. You out there, a woman, a dad. Okay? Let's assume you have kids. Whoever is watching, you have kids. If you don't have kids, it's okay. But let's just say you have kids. Or even you have siblings. How are you going to feel if people were just calling you names from a story that they don't even know about? You know, marriage and divorce comes in different ways. The way I run my home is not the way you run your home. So we are here speculating what has happened to this story. But you see, the funny thing is, the news are really not streaming this news. You see, this is a big deal kind of guy. We all know that. So it will be going crazy on social media. But have you noticed it's not going crazy? Although it did last month, because this whole thing happened in March. The divorce happened in March. The reason it's really not going crazy is because the only allegation this guy has is rape. All right? But there is no proof that he actually raped the girl. And as we speak, even as he plays soccer, he's under investigation. But sisi wengine, na Christine, we've come on social media and we want to be judges on this thing. Right? Why are we judging a guy? I've seen people say, why didn't he do a prenup? Let me tell you something about a prenup. Ni kama kuambia mtu mwenye anaishi ushago wafanye prenup. What is prenup? What is prenup? Hakimi grew up in Morocco. Hakimi did not grow up in America. America ndo tunajua prenup. Hata wa Kenya, wenye mko Kenya mmejua about prenup lini? When did you know about prenup? Mama wako alifanya prenup. Madhi alifanya prenup. Hawakufanya. We didn't know those things. We're just getting familiar to those things now. But also, watu wanataka kumuita mama's boys. Mama's boy. Mimi, I wrote this and somebody came on my inbox akasema, ati, why would I want to raise my kids to be mama's boys? Definitely, they better be mama's boys until the day I release them to go. And you know, you release them to go. Once they're off college, you release them to go. But let me tell you, do you know you never release kids? Kabisa. You are mom watching, a dad watching. You know, my kids are small. So, hey, I don't have much experience yet. But you know, when we raise kids, we pray and hope for them to turn into good kids, successful kids. Is that not what we wish as parents? That's what we wish. So where did Hakimi's mom go wrong? Because now we've come to judge Hakimi as if we know him. Man, Hakimi is a millionaire wherever he is. Ata hatujui. He's probably never even gonna watch this video. He will never even follow up on what we're saying about his story. But Hakimi knows the journey that he's gone through to get him where he is. The mom knows the journey that has took Hakimi to get where he is. People say there's always there's a quote that says there's a woman behind every successful man, and it's very true. But hold on, man, before you go crazy on me. But you know, it says a woman. It didn't say a wife. It says a woman. It doesn't say a mother. It says a woman. A woman can be a wife, can be a sister, and can be what? Can be a mother. So in Hakimi's story, like I said, if you go back and check Hakimi's and do your research very well, Hakimi started playing soccer. 2006 is when he went to a soccer academy. Hakimi was only 8 years old. So who do you think he signed the papers? The mom. He was a kid. The mom signed the papers. All throughout until you are 18, you are a kid. Okay? And so you need a guardian. But let me ask you something. When your kid turns 18, what do you do as a mom? Now, I'll speak for myself being here in States. You actually hand over a car to your kids. Sometimes you get a car at 16. But let me tell you, even when you hand over a car to your kids, in States you can drive when you're 15. Okay? But I think most parents do it from 16, you hand over a car. If you give your son or your daughter a car at 16, are you going to let them drive that car alone the first day? You're pretty much going to sit on the passenger seat and, you know, drive around the town to make sure they're comfortable. Until you as a mom, as a dad, you feel comfortable that your son or your daughter can drive. Then at that time, you let go and you let them take over the wheel. But do you know what happens when you let your kid take over the wheel? You're praying that they go where they're going and they come back home safe. You panic because that's your kid. Blood is thick. But now we are here rebuking a mother who tried to do the best for the son. Really? Really, people? The funny thing about this rebuking thing is that it's women rebuking the mother. Men, women, including myself. Yani we are our own enemy. Our own enemy. Instead of applauding the mother, we're here putting her down. I'm sure she's probably heard this from her fellow friends, how social media, her son has been trolled, how her son is being talked about. And you as a woman, you're sitting on that chair and coming with all emotions from I don't know where and writing, calling this person a liar. Hold on. Somebody buy me a dictionary. Did we forget the definition of a liar and withholding information? Those two words are different. Withholding information and a liar are two different words. They look similar. They sound similar. The definition is very similar. But no, it ain't the same thing. Please, wanawake, let's change our world. Let's change the way we think. Because you know what I think? I think it's unfair for the wife to even say that she wants 50-50. 50-50 for what? Ask for child support, yes. If she said she wanted child support, I'm with her 100%. Because kids are for a man and a woman. Okay? Kids are super expensive. But first, men. Wacha kwanza ningilewa men. And if there's a more than welcome to throw stones. Zinaweza nijenge hapa. Zinaweza nijenge nyumba. Let me tell you, men. Don't call the woman a gold digger yet. Because again, like I said, hey, were you guys in that relationship? Were you guys in that marriage? No, you are not. So we don't know the story. Honestly, we don't know the story. We're just trying to judge from what we know. Okay? Don't call her a gold digger, although I can see why. I mean, she gets married 2020 when his career has really peaked. His career peaked in 2019, if I'm not wrong. But actually 2016 when he won the championship. Okay? And then she comes for marriage. Then marriage happens in 2020. And here they are divorced 2 years later. I can see why men are questioning this. But also we don't want to be so fast to call her a gold digger because we don't know the story behind their marriage. But this is my question for people. This woman, she was way older. Did she not talk about these things when they were getting married? Did they not talk about finances? She's a millionaire. She's worth what? 3 million? 2 million? I think something like that, okay? So she's coming with something on the table. Big deal. That's millions. We're talking of millions. Where are we? We're talking of dollars. We're talking of $1 million. Okay? So she's not coming empty-handed. She's come with her clothes and millions. So no, she might not be a gold digger. She might be a gold digger. I don't know. But she came with money. Okay? You want to tell me she did not ask about finances? Now, to answer this question that's trending. Oh, why did the guy not ask a prenup? My friend, payeni Hakimi some peace kidogo. Dude was only 22. What does a 22 know? What does a 22-year-old know? Let me tell you, you woman out there, in your 30s, why would you be dating at 22? And any man who's under 27, no, don't marry. Don't get married to them. I think any man who's under 27 is still kind of trying to figure themselves, still growing, all right? A woman who's under 25 is also growing and trying to figure what path of life they want to go. But now we're sitting here calling people rapists, adulterers, liars, gold diggers. Seriously? Let me ask you, you person watching, you dad watching, you man watching, one day you'll be a dad. You lady watching, you mother watching. If this was your son, would you be okay with it? Would you be okay with it? Because you want to sit here and say it's okay. If it was your own son, would you be okay with it? The other day I put a comment in Kasema, I pray that my sons, I have 2 sons, beautiful kids. I have some kids. They're very handsome, by the way. Whoo-wee. Nda kwa kale kashosho kenye kana kwa mlango kamengoja kuona who the girlfriends are. I'm kidding. We, usinichape. But anyways, if it was your own kid, how would you feel to open social media and find your kid being trolled for something people don't know about? For a marriage that was just between Hakimi and the wife. But sisi wengine wote tumechezanika tulikuwa kwa hiyo marriage. Were we married to Hakimi? No, we were not. There's always a two-side of story to everything. Let's not insult. I think it's okay to say your opinion, to say your views. But insulting something that we don't have facts, it's not right. And coming from a woman, wanawake musisahau the labor pains we go through. The pains we go through raising our kids. Even men. I know they don't go through labor pains, but they do raise their kids. I applaud the men who take care of their kids. Okay? But as a woman, you kind of carry the big load when it comes to kids. So let's be a little sensitive there. Don't put Hakimi's situation to be your own situation. It's not your situation. And if you've been in such a situation, my friend, Tulia, wacha kuja na emotions. That was your marriage. This is somebody else's marriage. Mimi tu nimekasika juu kitu moja. Nimeona ameitwa majina zote. And whether he raped or he did not rape, we don't know. We don't know. Until the law comes out and says, yes, he did. Okay. At that time, hands up. You can call him however you want to call him, because I'm not for any person to rape. But let's go back and see. Successful sportsmen. I don't remember that Kenyan guy. Watch it vizuri. I don't remember that Kenyan man who was playing. He also played soccer. If you know who I'm talking about, comment. I didn't follow up on the story, but I remember I saw the story. This Kenyan man was playing sports, and boom, divorce, and he became homeless. Yani wachaengaing for this big deal kind of guy until akarudishwa Kenya. Okay? Let me tell you, if you're out there and you're that evil, no. Please bring kindness back. Please bring humanity back. Sometimes do you reflect and ask yourself, this is a person you loved. This is a person you made beautiful kids with. Enjoyed the moment. And then now, because y'all don't get along, you want to rule in their life? That's what we've become? Now, let me teach you something about the system. I'm not a lawyer. I'm not an officer. My opinion again. But let me tell you something about the system. People tend to say, oh, system ya stato favors women. No, it don't. No, it don't. It doesn't. System ya stato si ujinga. Si ujinga. System ya stato works with proof. You gotta prove. And it wants written proof. So when you stand and you say, that guy doesn't take care of the kids, and he stands and shows Cash App, Zelle, M-Pesa, that he's been sending you money, my friend, that's what proof is. I understand. It's hard to raise kids, but don't get angry on somebody you ever loved. Where's kindness? Where is humanity? Tulipeleka wapi kindness wapi? Tulipeleka utu wapi? And the reason I'm saying this is because even here, I've seen a lot of cases. I saw one bad case of a couple, breakup, divorce, and a woman called immigration on her own baby daddy, on your own kid's father. How heartless can you be? Jesus, can't you just walk out and go? It's painful. And I'm speaking as a single mother. And I'll tell you one thing. If my baby daddy is watching this, he's proud. Very proud. Very proud of this. I know him. Because anajua. We had our differences and separated. Alright? But it doesn't have to get ugly. I can see the bitterness that comes with it. Of course, mtu aminingi ati, oh my God, I was married for this long, sasa nimeenda, sasa tumeachana. It's hard. But take time to reflect before you make a move. System si jinga. Judge si mjinga. There's a reason aliitwa judge. There's a reason kuna lawyer. Okay? The system might look like it favors women, but if you're a man of your words and you're a man who keeps up with your family or your kids, the system favors you too. Tebu utanivi haraka sana. Msidanganywe. Do your research. Do your research, y'all. It's not that. But if you're out there and you're the kind of woman or kind of man that would call immigration on your fellow lover, somebody you call love, mtulita babe, my friend, hii dunia imeisha. Imeisha. Hii dunia imeisha. So, back to Hakimi. When the mom protects the son, and now you're sitting here saying he's a mama's boy, my friend, my kids better be mama's boys. Wacheni niwaulize swali. When you let your kids go off to college, they go off at what, 18 years old? Mtu maliza high school hapo 17, 18. When you let your kids go off to college, why do you cry? I thought they're adults. Why are you crying? As a mom, mbona unalia? Can somebody answer me that one? Why are you crying? You're crying because you know your son and your daughter is going to the world. The world is not easy. Once you leave your mom's door, the world is not easy. Hii dunia si rahisi. That's the time you face the world. But until you're 18, uko pale umesurroundwa na mamako. Okay? But the minute you're 18, you step out, you go to college. In that college, mama yuko hapo. Dad is not there to rescue you. It's you alone. What do you know at 18 years old? Let's back up kidogo. At least right now, we have technology. We have smartphones. You can search a lot. You can do live videos. You can call your mom on on WhatsApp video cameras, okay? Back then, there were nothing like this. Ukienda boarding school, unakaza for 3 months baka visiting day. Didn't you feel the pain if you ever went to boarding school? Didn't you feel that pain of you have no idea what's happening at home? There's no way to communicate. Today we have technology. When you can sit there and search for something and find it. So let me tell you, Hakimi's mom did not do anything wrong if she's the one who advised. But then let me tell you, how many teenagers, sasa to applaud Hakimi, let's give him his roses. Tumpatie maua yake. Let's applaud Hakimi. A 19-year-old, anakusikiza. Teenager. I was once a teenager. Madhi anaweza kuambia, maybe my mom watches this. Mom, I love you. Being a teenager, your body is changing. Your mind is driving you like crazy. Yani mind yako ina move 360. You want to be with friends to go to a movie. Okay. Pole, guys. Somebody called me. And let me change. Kidogo. Oh, poleni, guys. I'm sorry. I got a phone call and I got distracted kidogo. Now, I'm using my phone. So anyways, guys, let's give Hakim applause. Because for a teenager to even listen to you, a teenager, everybody who's watching here has been a teenager at some point in their life. You know how that life can take you. Unajua being a teenager, how that can drive you crazy. Because you want to do so much. But Hakimi alisikiza mamake. Ama whoever advised him. You know, we are all assuming this thing. We don't even know kama Hakimi adi advised na mtu mwingine. We are really putting this on the mom. Maybe he was advised by somebody else to do this. And the worst thing is, we are assuming the worst. We are assuming alifanya hivi, ndiye asishare his stuff with the wife. But let me ask you, were these two not married? Were these two not having bills to pay? What about, maybe Hakimi amefanyaje? Amesema, let me see. I think I saw he's worth $1 million a month. What if Hakimi amesema 500 inaenda kwa mamake, 500 inaenda kwa account ya bibi yake? And we are here judging the judges. We are here judging. All of a sudden we become judges. What if that's what he's done? He said half goes to the mom. Because right now, when you get hired at a job, Don't we all do direct deposit nowadays? We don't get checks anymore. We do direct deposits. And when you're doing direct deposit, there's always this part that's saying, do you want to divide your money? Like a portion goes to this account and a portion goes to this account. What if Hakimi has done that? What if he's done, mom, this your account gets $500,000 and you as my wife, it gets the other $500,000? Have we even thought about that? Because how did that woman survive for those 2 years? Unakuniambia Hakimi alikuwa anaamka anasema madini nitumie pesa za kulipa rent. Is that what y'all want to tell me? Because we are all judges now and calling him mama's boy. He ain't no mama's boy. Hakimi is smart. I've seen men become homeless in a second. I've seen women too. But let's be truthful here. Boy child ako kwa shida. And being a mom of 2 boys, part of my heart skips a beat when I think about when they will grow up and leave my house. It skips a beat. But let me tell you as a mother, tumesema tuweke sasa emotions. Let's put emotions into it. When I think as a mom, my heart skips a beat for my boys. Because let me tell you, nowadays, it's about success and money. Is it? Is it not? It's about success and money. So, when your kid is doing so good and has money, as a mother, you're gonna panic. Especially an 18-year-old, a 19-year-old. Watu wameongea about prenup. Hakimi grew up in Morocco. Ni kama ku grow up in Kenya and then you grow up Ushago alafu anze kuambia mtu about prenup. Even today go to Ushago in Kenya and tell people about prenup. What is prenup? Even right now, majority of us, what is prenup? Sendi tunaanza kusikia about prenup. So give me a break. Give me a break when you say the man should have said prenup. Why did the woman not say? She was older. She knows better. She was mature. Why did she not suggest prenup? So you want to just tell me she went and signed signature marriage without asking Hakimi, how are we going to live? How are we going to do our bills? When we have kids, how are we going to do? So they just entered in a marriage and just boom, entered. They have what, 2 kids, if I'm not wrong? My friend, 1 kid, I can say. 2 kids. 2 kids is love, my dear. Sometimes 2 kids is love. Sometimes, not all the time. But let's just say the truth. Stop calling any of those her name. Stop insulting. Stop insulting somebody when we don't know the facts to this story. Even do we know if this story is true? We don't know. We only know about the rape. Even on the news, it's just about the allegations that rape. We don't know much about this. We just know once you ask for a divorce. But the law in US, which I think the law of US and Europe is the same, Maramob, it's 50-50, unless the couple has agreed to some terms between themselves. So you sit and you tell the judge what you have agreed. And let me tell you, women, you're making your own money. Let's start to tell ourselves, make your own money as a woman. Let's teach our kids to make their own money and to depend on themselves. We don't have to depend on somebody else's money. No. I disagree with the wife getting 50-50. Hell to the no. 50-50 for who? For what? 2 years of marriage. My friend, if they were married for 10 years and she wanted 50-50, I'd be okay with that. But 50-50 for what? 2 years. After this kid has hustled at 8 years old. Let me take you back to Hakimi's mom, because we want to call the son a mama's boy. You watching, you have a son or you have a daughter who goes to sports. Who's there? Who's there? Who's calling off work to go take this kid to sports? Who's calling off to go watch this kid play? I'm sure Hakimi's mom had to let go a few things to be able to see Hakimi play. And let me tell you, that's a smart mom. Because she saw the talent the son had. She knew deep inside that Hakimi's soccer would go far. The reason why Hakimi was enrolled in a soccer academy. Because she saw it coming. She could see it. There's a reason there's a mother. There's a reason there's a wife. But those two are different. I saw someone say, even someone came into my inbox and told me, oh, Christine, I've seen You saying you want your sons to be like Hakimi. Si basi your husband pia kwe kama Hakimi. Come on, yo. Give me a break. A husband has a different role to play. And a son has a different role to play. Me as a mother, I have a different role to play. And I have a different role to play as a wife. My role as a mother and my role as a wife is different. So wacheni panganga tuko nayo. Let's give the man benefit of doubt for now. Let's wait and see what the law says about the allegations of rape. Because let me tell you, this is a personal story actually. So you said tupeleke emotions, jumeleta emotions baka tukainsert watoto wa wenyewe. Let's put it emotions. I'm not gonna say names, but I have a friend. Alidatingi dem. Akadecide sasa, I don't want the relationship anymore. This guy is big. He's here in Dallas actually, and he might be watching this. You know it's him. Very well career oriented. Charlie poa. Akadecide attack a relationship, and he was calling it off. Do you know what happened? The chick called cops and said that she got raped. You know, that's a big allegation right there. The minute you mention that, you're going in. Okay? You're going in. So he went in. Do you know, a month later of being in jail, it came out to be false. And later on, the woman said she was bitter. And that's why she had lied. Another story. A friend of mine, unaitiaje chali yako immigration? How? Ati because mmekosana. Seriously. Let me tell you, there's nothing 100% in this world. Nothing. Let me ask women. You ask for 50-50. Let's say you got it. And that man died. Sorry to say. Died and left the world. How would that make you feel in your heart? Okay, you're getting 50-50, then what? Then what? How would you feel after that? Sometimes wacha to reflect, to watch emotions. And like I said, I'm not talking about this because I don't have emotions. I do. And I'm a single mom. I do. Because I've walked in such a similar journey. Nobody gets married. Nobody goes to somebody else's life hoping to be divorced. You know, when you love someone, you're hoping for the best. You're hoping until death do you apart. But life happens. And when life happens, there's some bitterness. Because you can't believe, oh my God, the person you loved can do this to you. The person you loved can do all the crazy things to you. Or even can insult you. Or can call you all the names. No, it cannot be that way. So there are bitterness when you walk out of such a thing. But deflect. Deflect before you bring somebody else down. You know, there's this song. Imembwa na Salim Young. Where he says, he sings in Kikuyu, so I'm going to kind of translate it if I can. He says that he asked, anakuanga kiuliza God, anamza God, ni makosa gani hiyo babangu alifanya? Nalipa mpaka wa leo. Let me tell you, I'll go back to the Bible a little bit. Yo, I'm not a preacher. Wait. Reverend Christine, I'm not a preacher, but I'm going back to the Bible. There's a Bible verse that says that makosa ya mzazi inaweza karudia watoto. Please people, let's raise our kids differently. Please. Let's raise our kids differently. If you have kids, let's raise our kids differently. Tuache hizi mambo za kuinsult. Because I personally, if this was my own son, now let's put emotions as we want to put emotions. Let's put emotions in this. Let's divide. If this was my own son, and people are out here calling names, and we don't even know the facts, I wouldn't log in on Facebook anymore. I wouldn't even log in on social media anymore. Because we don't know the facts. If you really did that. Let me tell you, the worst thing about being a millionaire. You know, when you're a millionaire, or when you have money, you attract everybody. Let's be honest. You attract everybody. You know, it's like when you see a good car on the road, what do? You turn, you look at the car. Because you're admiring the car. That's the same thing. When you have a career-oriented man, or when you are a millionaire, You attract people, a lot of people. There's nothing wrong when a mom asks, uko sure huyu msichana hakupendi juu ya pesa yako? Are you sure huyu kijana hakupendi juu ya pesa yako? There's nothing wrong. Let me ask you, why is it even now a 40-year-old, a 50-year-old, a 30-year-old still goes back to the parents to say, Mom, I think I found the girl I want to marry. I think I found the man I would want to get married to. Why do you go back to your parents? Is it because your mama's kids or your daddy's kids? Why do you go back? Why do you go telling your parents that you found someone that you think is your match? Why do you go back? Because they're your parents. They're your parents. That's why you go back. So let's get this right. Stop calling Hakim a mama's boy. He was a mama's boy. But he's not, I don't think he's a mama's boy anymore. Now Hakimi, as we talk, is 24. And as we talk, the wife is what, 37. That's a grown woman. My friend, if you're 37, you're close to 40. You're a grown person. Hakimi being 24, trust me, still a young person. Why are you dating a 20-year-old? Why are you dating a 20-year-old in the first place? Why are you marrying a 20-year-old? So now people want to say Hakimi is the wrong one. Why was the woman marrying a 20-year-old? Did she not know that this kid was young? Why are you marrying a 22-year-old? What does a 22-year-old know? Hakimi graduated high school, won a championship right after 18 years old, which is the year you graduate as high school. What do you know from after high school? Hakuna? Nothing. You don't know nothing. You don't even know anything after high school. And now you all want to throw stones on a man just because his things are under his mom. I can see why. Because a lot can go wrong. But he has his own reasons why he did. We don't know the story. We don't even know if it's true. But then I'm kitu sana. Mtu ambia Hakimi venye tumeinvest na history yake na we're here on social media about somebody else's life as if it's our life. He's not even our brother. But anyways, as I finish, because natakumaliza, it's kind of late here. Kesho ni Monday, people are going to work. Let's be humans. Let's be a little bit humans as we trend in this world. I understand we are all social media people. I understand it's okay to try and judge. It's okay to try come up with your own view. It's okay to come with your own opinion. It's fine. It's very fine. But is it necessary to call people names? Especially when we don't know our facts. It's not okay. It's not okay. And men out there, it's fine. It's fine to be a mama's boy. Because let me tell you what a true mama does. Holds you until ukue mkubwa, adult enough. And I'd say, probably holds you until you're done with your college or your university. And she lets you go. Okay? Watu wamenirushia mawe kwa DM. Because I said I would want my own kids to be like that. I'm not taking those words back. Yes, my kids can be mama's boys. But right after college, they're no longer mama's boys. They are free to go. Okay? They are free to go. Because at that time, they've done their part. Time for me to let them go. Okay? But right now, they are mama's boys. After high school, they are mama's boys. Because after high school, they don't know nothing. Let me tell you something. Right now in States, when your kid is clearing high school, you hand over a credit card. Okay? It's a bank card. Maybe it has, what, $2,000 on it? You hand it over to your kid because they're off to college. They can use that. But before you do, you sit down and you teach them what is a credit card. You sit down and tell them the power of a credit card, the advantage and disadvantages. That's exactly what Hakimi's mom did. I'm sure, and again, my view, my opinion, I'm sure Hakimi's mom sat Hakimi 2016 when he won the championship and a check came in. Whoever advised him, the mom was whatever, sat down and said, Hakimi, this is good money. But if you're not careful, you're going to blow it out. You're going to buy maybe cars. He's a man. Men are cars. You're gonna buy yourself a car. You're gonna go shopping. You're gonna go treating your friend, and that money will be gone. That money will be gone within a second. So, wacha tuache hii pesa hapa until you can handle your money. Hakimi does this thing, plays the soccer. 2020, probably meets a beautiful woman. Decides, hey, I want to marry. If that's the way. Again, pia mnajua mnasahau kitu moja. Every culture has its own rules. Somebody aliulizaje kwa, I think one of my posts hapo kwa comment. Why did Hakimi marry at 19? Yo, people get married even at 14. So it's just a culture thing. It's whatever y'all believe in. Okay? But please, me what I can say before I go, because I'm about to go. Don't insult somebody when we don't know the facts. When we don't even know where this story is going, even when we don't know if this story is even true about the money being in the mom's account. To invest in this story, only to find out it was just not it. Alright? But it was a good story because it has woken us up. Let me tell you, nimesoma vitu kwa social media. I can tell if I was a man, I can tell you who and who I would not marry. If I was a man, I'm a woman. Even men, I've read some things and I'm like, yo, hell no. I wouldn't want to be involved with you if that's the way you think. So it has actually come out to teach us something. It was a story, whether it's a true story or not, it has come out to teach us and to awaken us up. Okay? Tumeamka. Kwambia imechangamsha social media. Tumesoma. So let me tell you guys. Divorce is fine. Divorce is not the end of the world. Being a single parent is not the end of the world. But don't kill somebody else's dream just because you're bitter. Seek help. And help is not your friends, by the way. That's also another thing I see. Seeking help is not your friends. Seek a professional help. Because when you seek a professional help, you're more likely to open up what is eating you inside. Please seek help. Don't be bitter and break somebody else. Remember that person you're about to break was once your best friend, was once your lover, your babe, your honey. Sasa juu vitu hazijenda vile mlikuwa mnataka, mmechukiana, mmeitana majina zote. Hata mkiitana hizo majina zote mnaitana, don't break each other. Everybody is here to make it. Everybody is out here trying to get something for themselves. Everybody is out here in this world trying to be somebody. Don't kill somebody over something like that. Don't kill somebody over a divorce. Let it go. Let it go. Okay? So hata history ya Hakimi, don't insult the man. Just because he's a mama's boy. Wengi wetu we are parents. You know, as a mother, you can only pray and hope that your kids turn out to be good kids. But you don't know. You don't know. You can just pray and hope. So, you don't know, today could be Hakimi, tomorrow could be your own kid. So don't do it. Don't insult until we have our facts confirmed. Have you noticed that thing is not trending on the news? And he's such a big soccer player? Because the investigations are going on. That's why it's not trending. They don't have the facts yet. They don't have the proof to anything yet. So who are we? Who are we as people to judge? Tunafanya vile tumefanyia Kodhe. Umejaja Kodhe. Umejaja Kodhe at it's a 7th wedding. Umemjudge. Sasa Kodhe kuko amedance. Watu wenye na dance nao hata wengine wetu watoi waona. Okay? Wengine wetu hatuwezi wanusa because we can't reach that level, or we are not on that level. Yo. So social media. Munapenda kelele. Munapenda moshene. It's fine. I'm part of that, by the way. Sijajitoa hata mimi niko hapo kwa social media, but cheer people up. When it's something to cheer up people. Ako there. I know she'll never see this, but hey, wishing her nothing but the best. Who said marriage is 100% guarantee that mtaishi pamoja? Nothing. Even the kids even your own kids are not yours forever. They eventually go. Nani watoto wenye tumeleba, yani uchungu ya mama iko tu hapo, you know, but they eventually go because they grow up. That's how the world is. All right? So anyways, achaneni na Hakimi wa wenyewe. Let us wait and see if this will come back with the facts, if there was a rape. And let's wait and see if the divorce clears. But honestly, I don't think the wife should get 50-50. It's not fair. They were only together for 2 years. She's a millionaire as well. So if anything, unless they had investment together, businesses together, when you have those things together and you guys did them together, then most likely it's 50-50 on those. But anything else, no. And let's just know this. People are saying the guy is a liar because we are assuming that he did not tell the wife about this money that's going in the mother's account. But let me ask you, walikuwa naishi aje? You know me, that's a question I'm asking. Since they were living in a house, kwani they were not paying this house, kwani they were not paying bills. So how were they paying if then Hakimi's money was going? Ama na kusema Hakimi alikuwa anapigia mamake anamwambia madhe rent money, pesa za kununua underwear, madhe pesa za kununua diaper. I'm sure he's smarter than that. He may be a young kid or a young man, but he's smarter than that. Let's stop assuming. They had a life together. They made 2 kids together. There's somewhere hata sisi tunapelekwa hivi hatujajua bado. So let's wait for the facts. Manze tuanze mande na topic nyingine, history ya Hakimi hata mnaweza fikia tunalipwa. Anyways, don't insult somebody else's kid. Don't insult somebody, because you will never be happy when your own is being insulted. Today if somebody was gonna insult my sister, my sister anaweza kwambia I'll go crazy. If somebody would insult my kids, I'll go crazy. I'll go crazy. So let's also know, Pia Hakimi's mom has emotions. That's the son. I know you're saying, oh, you want your sons to be like that. What about your husband? Achana na husband. You're not raising a husband. You're raising a son. A husband you're growing together. All right? A husband and a son, those are 2 different things. 2 different people. The way I'm acting with my sons, it's not the way I'm acting with my husband. And if that's the way I would act with my husband, then I don't want a husband. I'm not raising a man. I'm raising my kid. But I'm not raising my husband. All right? Husband is a different topic. So wacheni kweka husband na history ya Hakimi son together. No. If it was that bad, why did she stay for 2 years? If Hakimi was that bad, why did she stay? Second, hiyo rape tunajua haiko imepangwa. So let's wait until we gather our facts. How are we that she didn't really want his things? Hatujui. We don't know nothing until we hear from them or we hear from the investigations themselves. So tuache hii story hapa wase. Commentini, machali wacheni story ya gold digger. Hata nyinyi relax. Acheni kumuita gold digger yet. Let's wait for the facts. All right? Because you men also are raising a daughter. You somewhere there, you're raising a daughter. How would you feel if one day you open social media and you find somebody calling your daughter a gold digger? When you deeply know maybe she's not a gold digger, you will feel bad. So pumuzikeni, acheni name callings sana. Let's just wait and see what happens. But again, just remember, anybody who's under 25, anybody who's under 25 is not ready for marriage, really. They're still finding themselves. They're still growing. At 18, you finish high school. And you spend another 4 years in college. Even 5 years in college. Which you're hitting what? 24, 25 when you're clearing. When you're hitting 25, you're now kind of becoming an adult. You kind of know who you are, what you are. There are some people who are smarter than that before 25, but very few. So relax, guys. Sawa. I love you all, guys. My fans wangu by there. I see nimeona huko kwa hizo comments. Those were hot. Now, sai we are smart. All right? So, now that we know about prenups, please, those are things maybe you will advise your own kids to do. Because the world is really just the way it is right now. Instead of advising your kids to save money under you, let them do a prenup. Alright? And again, watu wajue kuna withhold information na kuna kudanganyana. I'm sure the wife, si mjinga, aliuliza about pesa because she knew who the guy was. She knew how big of a guy he is. I'm sure she must have asked. For her to accept marriage, there's a reason why she accepted to be married. So let's not be judges in this marriage because we were not married there. Atujui. But she knows why she went. And she also knows why she's walking away. We don't know until we really hear it. We don't know. Sawa. We can only be judges. Again, nimesema hii story, this was my own view, my own opinion. Mi siwajui hata sijai waona. Hata sijai waona, I'm sure. But you can take it or you can leave it. But relax out there. Let's not be bitter, man. Kai. Mi nilisoma manini status zingine nikashanga. I'm still very shocked. What? The names that were flying on social media. My God, I'm praying. I'm praying for my kids. I'm just praying for my kids. Because we are living in a different world, man. But I'll say if you have bitterness, seek professional help. Achana na advice za marafiki. Yo, leave your friends alone. Seek professional help if you feel there's something deep down in you that you need to deal with. Leave it alone. Turudisheni utu, man. Let's be humans. Let's have kindness, man. Y'all leave it alone. Ata akode wachanina akode. May she enjoy her marriage. I enjoy marriage. Okay. May she get pregnant. I know she mentioned that on an interview that she would want a kid. May God bless her with one. Acheni watu waishi maisha yao venye wanataka kuishi. Don't insult somebody who you don't know. Kama humjui achana naye. Because you're raising your kids and we don't know. We don't know who your kids will be. Like I said, we will just pray and wish our kids become the best. Our kids become who we want them to become. But we don't have control over that. Teenage years are tough. You've been a teenager. Teenager years are tough. And for a teenager to even listen to their own mom or their own dad, that's a big up right there. That's a plus right there. Most teenagers don't listen. Trust me, I was one. I'm not saying I did not listen. But most teenagers don't listen. And most teenagers don't even do what their parents ask them to do. Because that's just the age that drives you that fast. No. Most guys. Now again, hapa ni usiku. Kesho is Monday. Kenyans, najua wenye wako Africa, different parts of the time zones. Wengine mmeamka, you guys are ready to go to Jobu. I wish you nothing but the best. I wish you guys a great week, a blessed week. May you guys flourish. May you guys mubarikiwe too. That's what I'm gonna say. Have a great week. For us who are about to sleep, when you're munalala, you guys have a good night. Tuamke asubuhi. Do what you do best. Clock into those jobs. Run your business. Hustle your way up. Nobody else is gonna do it for you but you. Alright. Now, penda nyinyi wote. I was not bashing anybody here. I've read a lot of different status. So I'm not quoting anybody or a specific status that I read. I read a lot of them. But can we not insult people? Can we not insult somebody else's son? Can we stop with the mama's boy? I don't understand y'all, man. But anyways, you guys have a great week. Wacha mimi nilale. It's late here. Tutaonana huko kwa mtandao. Your comment nitarudisha when I wake up or when I get a chance. I'll respond to you guys. And again, tuonaneni baadaye. This was a first live, yeah? Kama umetune by the way, thanks. You guys have a good night, eh? Na mshinde salama mwenye mnashinda salama. Sawa? See ya, guys. I love you all.